It's almost time for kids' time. We're gonna be late.
It's time to share. There's a world out there looking for a friend like Jesus. It's time to share. There's a world out there. Let's tell him that he loves us so. Let's tell him that he loves us so. Kids time. Kids time. Kids time.
Hi, boys and girls. Do you ever worry about what others think about you? Does it change the way you act around them? Do you ever feel ashamed or embarrassed to have others see you pray? You know, it has always been my practice to bow my head and pray over my meals, even when I'm in public and other people are watching. Some people think it's great, but people who don't love Jesus may think it's a little silly. I do it anyway because my relationship with Jesus is far more important to me than what other people think. That was true of the brave man in our Bible story today. But he wasn't just praying over a meal, and he didn't just have to worry about what other people thought of him. He had to worry about being killed. That's right, but this man didn't care what other people thought of him, and he didn't care if he was killed either. No law on earth was going to keep him from praying out in the open, just as he always did, to the God of heaven. Now that took a lot of courage, didn't it, boys and girls? And God blessed him for his courage. We'll find out how in just a little while. But first, let's get ready for Nature Time.
Welcome to Nature Time. You know, I love animals so much, and we're at Binder Park Zoo, so I can see all these animals, and you can see them too, right here in Battle Creek, Michigan. Alex is here going to help us with some of these animals. Alex, what have you got today?
Well, Ranger Dwight, I have 2 domestic rats.
Rats?
Yep, they might not be your favorite animals, but they are a great animal to work with here at the zoo. Rats are really, really smart animals.
So, I just have to be honest, kids. I'm not a rat lover. Around our house, we don't like rats around, but I was watching in your nature show, Alex. Was it these 2 rats that were running?
Yes, it was.
And it was pretty cool, kids, watching them, what they were doing. They are a smart little animal, aren't they?
They are very, very smart, and they're also very agile. They're really fast, and they have great claws on all 4 of their little feet.
So they can climb up anything. I can hear the little paws climbing on your shirt. Now, can I pet one of these things?
You sure can.
I think I will, kids. I don't think I've ever pet a rat in my life. Oh, they got kind of nice fur.
And one of the coolest parts is actually if you want to pet their tail.
Wow. That is pretty cool.
Most people think that their tails are completely hairless, but they're actually very, very soft, and they're covered with lots of tiny little hairs.
That is amazing. So now, how many little ones will a rat have? Like a litter or what? How many?
Yep, they will have a litter, and they can have up to 12, 15, maybe even 20 babies at a time.
20 babies, that's a bunch.
That is, but fortunately for us, rats don't live a long time, because if they did, producing that many babies, there would be rats everywhere.
Well, I'm glad we don't have rats everywhere now. We're going to be talking about another creature that don't like these rats
That's
too well.
right. We should probably get these rats out of here before we bring our next animal in.
Kids, this is amazing. Wow, look at this thing.
Because these 2 animals don't get along.
Wow, do you see that, kids? Wow, look at that. Now, this is obviously this is a snake, but what kind of a snake?
This is called a Dumerel's ground boa. It's also called a Madagascar ground boa.
So it's a boa, and this is in Madagascar, which is an island off of Africa.
Yep.
And it's only found there, you say?
That's right. That is the only place in the whole world where these snakes are found.
Now, how big will this one get?
This one will probably get to be about 8 or 9 feet long. So
I mean, that's like, wow.
Yep, a little bit bigger than she is right now.
Now, how do they, like a rat or a rabbit or whatever, how do they kill their prey?
That is a very good question. This is actually what we call a constrictor. If you can see, she's kind of wrapping around my hand. They're very good at that. So this is a non-venomous snake. It doesn't have fangs.
I'm glad about that, kids.
Like, say, a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
Exactly. I probably wouldn't be holding it if it were.
Now, I saw that just a little bit ago we had Melissa, another one of the park people here, and the kids, some of the Kids Time kids were petting it. So this obviously is a tame one.
That's right. This snake has lived here its entire life, and it is very friendly. And it's just a great experience for kids to find out that snakes aren't really slimy. They're actually very dry and smooth.
So I can touch this. Now, you know, kids, this is really neat. My grandson, Brady, he touched this. And you know what he said, Alex? He said, oh, that feels like a basketball. And it kind of does. It's got that scale that feels almost like a basketball cover.
It does kind of feel like a basketball.
Now, how many young do they have?
They will lay eggs. They'll usually lay between 20 and 30 eggs, probably, for this species of snake. And once they lay them, they'll move on, and those little baby snakes will hatch out, and they'll be on their own.
Right away?
Yep.
Wow, and then how long do they live?
Reptiles in general will live a long time. So a snake like this would probably live 20 or maybe even 25 years.
That is a long time. Well, you know, kids, I was thinking, as Alex was telling me, that these snakes they squeeze, that's why they're called constrictors, boa constrictors, and they'll squeeze their prey. And you know what? That should be a lesson to us. We should never let go. Alex, didn't you say that they can hold on for hours?
They can.
So we need to hold on to Jesus, kids. Alex, thank you so much for being with us here. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, Ranger Dwight.
Nature's God's second book. Get out there and take a look. This is neat.
Welcome to Learning Time. I'm glad you joined us today. You know, how many of you have friends? Anybody have friends? Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone knows someone. Now look at Maxwell down here. Now, if Maxwell was walking down the highway or down the sidewalk in your neighborhood, would you know that it was Maxwell? Yeah. If you knew Maxwell well enough, you would know that it was Maxwell. You certainly wouldn't get him confused with a cat, would you? No! I don't think so. Well, you know, it's probably a little easier to think about people that you know. Sometimes we see them just for a glance and we know who they are because we recognize them by their features. Now, I've got something special I want to show you. I have a picture of a friend of mine, and oh, you know what? We need some helpers. Oh, I forgot about my helpers. Now, Noah is going to help us. Now, Noah, you have an interesting dog, don't you?
Yeah, my dog is sort of like Maxwell, but he has one eye and he's a little bit smaller.
Wow, that's interesting. Well, and Noah's going to help us today. And Melanie, what do you want to be?
A veterinarian.
Wow, and that's kind of cool, isn't it? Yeah, very good. And Nathan, what do you like to do best?
I like to make movies.
Cool, making movies. Well, all of those things are very interesting. And I want my helpers to come on up here. And if you would just stand over here, and I've got something underneath this towel that I want to show you. Okay, why don't you back up a little more because you're going to need a little bit of space over here. Now, I brought a picture of someone that I know. It's a personal friend of mine, and I don't know if you know this friend or not, but you just might, okay? Let's see, it's under this little towel right here. How many friends do you have, Melody?
Like 2.
About 2 friends? Yeah, hey, friends are important, aren't they, Nathan? Yeah, they really are. Well, let's see what we got over here. And first I'll show you. Do you recognize this person?
Yeah.
How many of you recognize this person? Anybody? You recognize this person? Yeah, I know this person. How many of you know this person? Raise your hand. Okay, you guys all know this person?
Yeah.
Okay. What was that? What'd you say?
It's upside down.
It's upside. Oh, I'm sorry. The picture is upside down. I turned it. I got it off of here, and I turned it. I flipped it. It's supposed to be the other way, isn't it? Okay. So here we go. Let me turn it the right way. There you go. Check this out. Do you like that? Do you like this better? You don't like this better? Did you see that? Whoa. Wow. Well, now wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me that you like my friend's picture better upside down? Yeah. You like it better upside down?
Yeah.
Well, isn't that amazing? Well, you know what? We've kind of doctored up the picture of Miss Brenda, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really good. And I hope she forgives us for doing this. But it's really a good science example. You know what happens? You know what happens? When you and I look at somebody when we're visiting our friends, you know what we do? We key off of their eyes and their mouth. That's right. We look at their eyes and their mouth. But this picture being right side up has her mouth and eyes upside down. But when I put the picture completely upside down, it doesn't bother us as much because her eyes and her mouth are both right side up. Don't you like that better?
Yeah.
Don't you like that worse?
Yeah.
Okay. And you know what? In order for us to make sure that we know what Miss Brenda really looks like, we got a picture that's not doctored up at all. And here she is. Isn't that the way she looks? Yeah. And everything is right where it should be, which is really the way it should be. Well, you know what? That kind of reminds me of something because, you know, sometimes you and I might look at the world and sometimes it doesn't make much sense because it just kind of looks upside down to us, so like her mouth and her eyes. But you know, we can't tell what the world is about sometimes without you and I getting close to Jesus in the Bible, and the Bible can help us to figure out the world because sometimes the world doesn't make much sense to us. Isn't that great? Yeah. That's what I want to do. And you know what? Next time you look at your friends, think about it. Next time you look at anyone, just think about it. We look at their eyes and we look at their mouth. We just don't look at all the rest of their features. And if they're upside down, it really bothers us, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, remember, when we learn more about science, we're learning more about our Creator, God.
The music is so relaxing, isn't it, Your Majesty?
Indeed it is, my queen, for this is a happy time. Today I'm going to appoint 3 of my wise men as governors over all of my rulers.
Oh, how wonderful!
Wonderful indeed.
O King Darius, live forever. Your rulers have arrived.
Send them in.
You may enter.
Today, I, King Darius, have special news. As leader of the Medes and the Persians, king of the most vast empire, appointing over 120 rulers to rule over my territories and provinces. I have chosen you 3 to be governors over my 120 rulers.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
You will not be disappointed, Your Majesty.
I intend not to be, for you will report back to me every month everything you see and hear. Is that understood?
Yes,
Yes, Your Highness.
Yes.
Yes.
That is all. You may leave me now.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Thank you.
Daniel,
Sir,
please remain. I'd like a word with you.
excuse me. Yes, sir.
That was quite a supper we had the other night, wasn't it?
The look on the baker's face.
He had no idea what I did to his pies.
You are a prankster.
Daniel.
Can't believe that. King Darius having Daniel stay back?
Hebrews.
Man, I don't.
Hebrews.
What's a bit about him?
Man, we're the Persians.
Hebrews.
We're special.
Stop him out.
Not the Hebrew slave.
We need to come up with a plan.
Yeah, we got to get rid of him.
Tired
We've
of
got to.
Yeah.
A decree. Because Daniel prays to his God every day 3 times.
Yeah.
We need to have the king sign a decree that says everybody worship him for 30 days.
Yeah.
30 days straight.
Great. And if they don't follow the decree, they go to the lion's den.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once and for all.
Yeah, let's go talk to the king, man.
It is a matter we will discuss at a later time.
Thank you, sir.
You may leave me now.
Thank you.
O King Darius, 3 of your officials request an audience.
Send them in.
You may enter.
Oh, great, wise king, live forever.
Rise.
Live forever.
Speak. What is the nature of your business?
King, you are the greatest.
The greatest.
Yes.
The greatest king.
Indeed I am.
You're like a god to us, Your
course.
Majesty. There is no one like you.
Of course there's no one like your
The
king.
greatest.
And your majesty, and because you're so great and so wise, we thought that maybe we could worship you for 30 days.
Yes.
30 days of worshiping your king.
Right.
Your majesty,
Indeed, it is
think
my
that,
queen.
we think that you should
Everybody.
sign a decree, Your Majesty.
A decree to worship your king
Yes,
for
and if-
30 days.
If a person doesn't bow to you, Your Majesty, throw him in the lion's den.
The lion's den, indeed.
Majesty, you must do it.
What a magnificent idea. Make it so. Scribe.
Yes, Your Highness.
You will make this decree effective immediately with the king's signet ring.
Yes, Your Highness.
Go now.
You are the greatest, Your
You're the
Majesty.
greatest.
I like what I'm hearing from my council. You may leave me now.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
30 days. This calls for a celebration. Music. The magnificent idea of worshiping their king.
Well, you deserve it, Your Majesty.
Indeed I do, my queen. Indeed I do.
O Lord God of heaven, you created everything, and you alone deserve worship and praise. I can't worship the King because you are my God. There is no other being in the universe that I can worship.
Guys, look at it. Daniel's praying. Our plan worked.
oh, Daniel's gonna be lion's food tonight.
Let's go tell the king.
Please, give me strength to obey you, to stand strong, even if it costs me my life. I am your servant. I am your man, and you are my God.
I cast all my cares upon you. I lay all of my burdens
Hi, boys and girls. It's time for Miss Brenda's Book of the Day. And today's book is called God's Greatest Mystery Stories by a very good friend of Miss Brenda's and an incredible author, Lori Peckham. You will not want to miss this book, God's Greatest Mystery Stories. Now, what is not a mystery is why our guest is with me today, because our guest loves sharing Jesus. And his name is Luke. Luke, you've been here before. Welcome back to the program.
It's nice to be back.
Well, I'm excited. I know that we share a passion for witnessing, don't we?
Yep.
And I was inspired by all the things that you're always doing something to share Jesus. And you have something very interesting in your lap. What is that?
Your Kids Time Special Funds.
Well, let's hold it real still so that our cameras can get a good look and show the boys and girls at home. Wow, that's an awful lot of money. Can I see that? There's a lot of money in here. How did you get all this money?
We sold the Kids Time dogs and scarves.
Yeah, so you decided to start selling some Kids Time products, didn't you? And in fact, Luke is wearing a Kids Time t-shirt. And he's got a Kids Time scarf on, and that's one of Maxwell's scarves. And you can wear them, or you can put them on an animal. It's a wonderful way to share Jesus, isn't it, Luke? Because kids see that Kids Time logo, and they go, excuse me, what's Kids Time? And guess what? You get a chance to tell them, don't you? And isn't that, now you want to hold up some of those other scarves you have over there? You have some, and there's 4 colors. There's yellow, there's orange and green, and there's also a red one, which you're wearing. And do you have a personal favorite, Luke?
Probably the yellow.
Probably the yellow. I think that's a very popular one as well. A lot of kids like the yellow. Max looks also awful good in yellow. But honestly, Max has more clothes than Miss Brenda, I think, because he has a scarf that matches everything that Miss Brenda is wearing. So he has lots of colors, but we are offering 4 of those colors to kids who want them. So they're wonderful to wear for girls to wear in their hair or as a bandana. Guys can wear it like you're wearing it, Luke, as just a scarf around your neck. Some kids have purchased quite a few of them and tied them together and then used them for a belt, and that was really cute. So there's many, many ways to wear them. Now, this is when you bought a case of these and sold them, right?
Yep.
So let me put this money down over here. And, you know, I don't happen to have a knife with me, boys and girls, but our favorite floor director does. Larry, let's ask Larry. Larry, can you come on in and say hi to the boys and girls and help us out here?
Okay.
When kids come and tape Kids Time with Miss Brenda, one thing they love, and they always tell me how much they love Larry. Larry's always there helping us every way he can, and now he's going to help open our box. So when you order a box of Kids Time dogs, look what we have. Can you grab one of those and let's put one? Oh, look how soft. And can you put one on your lap there, and the boys and girls can see? Isn't he cute, boys and girls? Look at his little yellow scarf with the Kids Time logo on it. Were they hard to sell?
No.
No? What do you think? Do you have any good ideas of ways to talk people into buying those?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I just told them that they're nice for birthday gifts and Christmas and all those other things.
Did you tell them how soft and cuddly they were?
Yeah.
They are. They're very soft and cuddly, aren't they?
I showed them mine that I have at my house.
Mm-hmm. And you also have some postcards here. Can I see those cards? And do you have something else over there? Is there another card over there laying there?
No, but there's this check that my grandma wrote.
For
some money.
Kids Time Special Fund. Well, you tell your grandma, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. You see, boys and girls, Miss Brenda doesn't have a budget for Kids Time. Now, we've been on there for 10 years, and whenever I need something on the program, I got to raise the money for it. And so there's a special fund. If your check says Kids Time Special Fund, and I can see this one does, then that goes in a special fund that Miss Brenda gets to decide how the money's used. So if I need more material to make costumes for our Bible stories, if I need some pottery, or if I need some things to make our Bible stories better, or if I need things for the program, then I have some money that I can use to help make that happen. And it just makes our programs better. I want you to continue sending money in for the production for Kids Time, because it costs a lot of money to produce these programs. But don't forget my special fund either. I appreciate that. Well, I want to thank you, Luke, for coming here today. And I tell you, you just inspired me, you inspired others to do something more for Jesus. Boys and girls, if this is something that you would like to do, maybe you want to order your own case and you can start selling Maxwell dogs too, I want to make sure you order during non-Sabbath hours. We don't buy or sell on the Sabbath, okay? But it is an awesome idea, and I hope you can do that too, and you can order your Maxwell scarves, and there's lots of other things, so take a look on our website. Well, that's all the time we have today. Luke, thank you for coming. Maybe you'll be here next year to do this again. I can't wait to see what you come up with. But until next time, boys and girls, I want to encourage you to get out there and share Jesus. I want you to tell everyone you know, because it's kids' time to share Jesus.